just when you thought you knew all about revolutions. Let me introduce you to a little-known yet pivotal event, the Eureka Rebellion. It's December 12, 1854 in Ballarat, Australia, and something extraordinary is about to unfold. The air is filled with a mix of anticipation and tension. Miners, fed up with oppressive licensing fees and unjust treatment by the authorities, are about to make a stand that will echo through history. In the growing light of dawn, whispers of discontent turn into cries for justice, as these rugged individuals from diverse backgrounds and far-off lands come together with a shared resolve. They are not just fighting for their rights, they are about to plant the seeds of democracy in a land that desperately needs it. The stage is set, the players are ready, and a defining moment in Australia's journey towards freedom and fairness is about to begin. What started as a small-scale miners' protest against unfair laws and taxes was about to change the course of Australian history forever. Picture this, the sun barely peeking over the horizon, casting a soft golden glow on the scene. The chill of the early morning air was almost tangible, mingling with a sense of anticipation and determination. There, in the heart of the goldfields of Ballarat, stood about 150 miners. These were not professional soldiers. They were everyday men who had been pushed to the brink. They came from diverse backgrounds, speaking different languages, but were united in their cause. Behind their hastily constructed wooden barricade, the Eureka Stockade, they prepared to make a stand. Their faces, illuminated by the first light of dawn, were resolute and filled with a mix of hope and anxiety. This ramshackle fort of timber and overturned carts was more than just a physical barrier. It was a symbol of their struggle against tyranny and oppression, a fortress embodying their pursuit of justice and equality. But why were these miners so riled up? To understand their anger, we need to turn back the pages of history to the Australian gold rush era. Gold had been discovered in Victoria, and people from all over the world flocked to Australia, dreaming of fortune. But here's the catch. The colonial government, eager to cash in on this gold fever, imposed a hefty monthly license fee on the miners. This license was not just expensive but also discriminatory, as it applied regardless of whether the miners found gold or not. And the consequences for those caught without a license were severe, facing brutal fines, harsh treatment, and even arrest. Many of these miners were already struggling to make ends meet, and this additional financial burden pushed them to the brink. They felt exploited and marginalized by a government that seemed more interested in filling its coffers than in the welfare of its citizens. It was in this atmosphere of frustration and injustice that the miners, united by their shared grievances, decided that enough was enough. They began to organize, setting the stage for a stand against the authorities, a stand that would go down in history as the Eureka Rebellion, led by Peter Lalor, a figure who would become iconic in Australian history. These men, a diverse group hailing from various countries speaking different languages, came together under a single banner for a shared cause. Their backgrounds were as varied as the lands they originated from, encompassing seasoned gold miners, hopeful prospectors, and even those disillusioned with the governing authorities. United in their grievances and aspirations, they swore a solemn oath under the Southern Cross flag, a powerful symbol that represents more than just their immediate struggle. It signified a broader fight against injustice and a yearning for fair treatment. This flag, with its distinctive constellation, would come to embody the spirit of resistance and unity in Australia, a lasting emblem that continues to stir a sense of national pride and democratic values in the hearts of Australians even today. Their collective action under this flag marked a pivotal moment in the nation's journey towards self-governance and democratic reforms, leaving an indelible mark on the fabric of Australian society. The tension in Ballarat, Australia, culminated in a dramatic and violent clash on December 3, 1854, as government forces, armed and determined, descended upon the Eureka Stockade. The miners, who had been protesting against oppressive licensing fees and seeking fairer treatment, found themselves in a fierce battle against a well-equipped government army. The conflict, though brief, was marked by its intensity and brutality. In a mere 15 minutes, the gunfire ceased, leaving behind a scene of chaos and carnage. But the significance of this brief encounter went far beyond the physical damage and loss of life. It marked a turning point in Australian history, igniting a spark that would eventually lead to major political and social reforms. The legacy of the Eureka Rebellion resonated throughout the colony, symbolizing not just a fight against unjust laws, but the very spirit of democracy and the power of collective action. The aftermath of the Eureka Rebellion was a poignant blend of sorrow and victory. The conflict resulted in the loss of many lives, marking a somber moment in Australian history. Yet from the ashes of this strife, a powerful wave of change swept across the colony. The public outcry and widespread sympathy that followed the rebellion led to monumental reforms, forever altering the political landscape of Australia. Most notably, the oppressive miners' license fee was abolished, granting much-needed financial relief to the miners. Furthermore, the event catalyzed the extension of voting rights to the miners, a significant step towards inclusive democracy. These changes were not just legislative. They also sparked the birth of a new sense of Australian identity, one rooted in the principles of fairness and representation. This transformation marked the Eureka Rebellion not just as a moment of conflict, but as a pivotal turning point in shaping modern Australian society. The Eureka Rebellion stands out in history not just as a battle over gold mining rights, but as a profound struggle for justice and equality. It represented a crucial moment in Australia's journey towards democracy, marking a significant departure from oppressive colonial governance. This rebellion was more than just a physical confrontation. It symbolized a collective awakening among the miners, whom, despite their diverse backgrounds, united under a common cause. Their shared struggle laid the groundwork for democratic reforms, demonstrating the immense power of unity and resilience. The miners' fight against tyranny and their demand for fair treatment under the law resonated deeply, sparking a wider movement for change. This event is a poignant reminder of how ordinary people, when united by a just cause, can challenge and ultimately reshape the course of history. And that's the untold tale of the Eureka Rebellion, a story buried beneath the dust of history but shining brightly as a beacon of democratic spirit. In the grand tapestry of revolutions and uprisings, this event stands out not just for its immediate impact but for its enduring legacy. It reminds us that sometimes it takes just a spark to ignite a revolution, a small act of defiance to challenge the status quo. This rebellion, fought on a small battlefield in Ballarat, transcended its physical confines to become a symbol of the fight for justice and equality. It laid the groundwork for significant democratic reforms in Australia, proving that even the most humble beginnings can lead to monumental changes. The spirit of the Eureka Rebellion lives on, inspiring generations to stand up for their rights and to believe in the power of collective action. If you enjoy this journey back in history, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe to our channel so we can bring you more video like this. This is History Replay this day. Thanks for watching. We will see you in the next episode.